Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel with Making Math Fun. So we started looking at conic sections and we were introduced to circles. So we're just going to be continuing along that concept. So we're going to be looking at a second example where for circles where we have the equation x minus 2 all square plus y plus 4 all square equal 25. So here we have the equation of this circle here, and we want to find the center, the length of the radius, and then to be able to plot this circle on our graph. So based on what we did from previous video, we know that the center would be h comma k, where h is 2, it's opposite of whatever is here, and k is 4, as it is also opposite of what is here. K would be negative 4. Now since r square is 25, then r is going to be the square root of 25, which is 5 units. All right. So now that we have the things that we need, we have our center, which is 2, negative 4, and we have the length of our radius, which is 5 units. We can go ahead and just take a look at how we would go about plotting our graph. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at how we would go about plotting our graph. All right. So we're going to be using another one of the other very beautiful apps for graphing that that is available to us on on the internet or otherwise. It's a very beautiful app to use. I would recommend it for those who are doing upper level studies. It's very nice. It's one of the very nice apps to have. Right, and that app is Geogebra. So today we're going to be using Geogebra to look at our topic. All right. So let me go in and share. All right. So right here, I want you to notice that I am I am plotting the graph. So I go ahead in my app, and this graph represents the circle that we have. All right. This graph represents the circle that we have here. All right. So from here, we could go ahead and you could pick up the center of our circle and so on. All right. Let me put that in 2 dimensions so that you can see it a little more clearly what it is that we are talking about. All right. So we're just going to put that a little more clearly so you can see what we're talking about in a little while. So now that we're able to see the graph of this circle, what we're going to be doing is that we're going to be going back a little bit, but I want you to see the important things that you need to graph your circle. You must have your center and you must have the length of your radius. All right, 2 important things that you need: your center and the length of your radius. All right, so we're going to just step it up a little bit by sharing another example of circles and how we can find our center, the length of our radius, and then go about plotting plotting our graph. Alright? So we're just going to share another example with you. So sharing another example with you. Let's go back to our document. And this is going to help you to see just a requirement that you might need to do. Most times these are the questions that normally that tends to show themselves on exams. They're the questions that sometimes we may normally not do them in class, but they are the ones that tends to show themselves on exams. All right. So here we have the equation of the circle, 2x squared plus 2y squared plus 8x plus 4y minus 6 equals 0. Alright? And we need to find the center, the length of the radius, and then plot this circle. Alright? So when we have our circle coming, showing up like this, we needed to take the general form that we expressed earlier, which is x plus 8 all squared plus y plus k all squared equal r squared. Alright? So if it doesn't come in this form, then we will have to manipulate our equation so that it takes on that form, right? And how can we manipulate this equation here so that it takes the form x plus h all square plus y plus k all square equal r square? All right, we're going to carry out the operation of completing the squares. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to say 2x squared, right? 2x squared, and we're going to be grouping all our x term plus 8x plus 2y squared plus 4y, and what we're going to be doing from there is to bring our 6 across the equal sign. So that's going to be positive 6. We know it's negative here. When you bring it across, it becomes positive. Alright? What we can do from here is to go ahead and look at what we can factor out of our x term and what we can factor out of our y term. Right? So what I'm going to be doing here, I'm going to be factoring 2 from my x term. Right? So when I factor 2 from 2x squared, I'm left with x squared. And when I factor 2 from 8x, I'm left with 4x. Now, 2 is also a common factor here. So positive 2 is a common factor. So I'm going to factor it out. And when I factor 2 from what we have here, then we're going to be left with y squared minus 4. Now, and all of that is equal to 6. Now, we're going to go ahead and apply our rules. We know the rules of completing the square. I'm going to take half, this should be 2x here, just for clarification. I'm going to take half of b, square it, and add it to both sides. So let's go ahead and do that very quickly. So I'm going to take half of b, square it, and add it to both sides. Alright, so that's x squared plus 4x. Now b is 4, so when I take half of it, that's 2, and I'm going to square it and add it to both sides. Right? And I do the same thing here. So I have my y squared plus 2y. And just for correction here, this should be 2y, and this should be plus. Alright? So when I take half of 2, I get 1. I'm going to square it and add it to both sides. All right. Now, one of the things that we need to take note of here is that when